If you're in the market for a smartwatch, the first name that will come to mind is the Apple Watch, if budget does permit. If you're an iPhone user, the Apple Watch is the natural choice, and with Apple upgrading their watches consistently, this year round, some major changes have been brought in to the Apple Watch Series 9 and some slight changes to the Apple Watch Ultra. Now, before the Apple Watch Ultra came out last year, I was primarily an analog watch collector and an analog watch wearer, but after the Apple Watch Ultra, I feel that I've stopped completely wearing analog watches, and that's because I have a fairly large wrist and I like large watches, and the Apple Watch Ultra sort of fits into that segment and it feels nice. It's also made out of titanium, which makes the watch really lightweight. So despite being really large, it is extremely comfortable to wear. So I wore this almost for a year and it allowed me to check a lot of vital stats that I needed. But all of those things aside, this year around, Apple upgraded the Apple Watch Ultra as well to add a few new features, out of which I think the increased brightness is definitely a welcome add-on. Not that the first generation of the Apple Watch Ultra was a slouch, but the newer generation just takes it to 3000 nits, which is incredible, especially if you're outdoors. If you're interested in the non-Ultra model, that also goes up to 2000 nits and now has a display that almost stretches all the way to the edge, making the 45mm seem almost as a much bigger watch than it originally came out as. The Series 9 starts at 41,900 rupees, whereas the Apple Watch Ultra is only available at 89,000, which is a fixed price for the watch. There is no variant. The Apple Watch Ultra also now, this time around, includes a lot more recycled materials, whereas the S9 is made completely out of recycled materials. It is the most carbon neutral device that Apple has ever made. In fact, they have managed to completely ship it and offset their carbon credits as far as this particular product is concerned. So if you're green conscious, the Series 9 is a really fantastic product for that. But those are things that not a lot of people care about. So let's talk about other things. As far as the chip inside, we have got a new S9 chip, which is based on last year's Apple iPhone chip, which makes it extremely powerful and extremely capable as well. Now you can pick up a cellular model, which allows for things like calls over the watch. So if you do have an Apple Watch only and you go out leaving your phone at home, you can interact with your Apple Watch and do most of the things. You do receive notifications, you can send iMessages from the Apple Watch. You can also initiate calls and FaceTime calls directly from the Apple Watch, which makes it a very convenient device to have. The Apple Watch Ultra also over the last year has given me fantastic battery life, and that was another reason that I wanted to switch to an Apple Watch Ultra, because almost for 3 to 4 days you don't need to recharge the Apple Watch, whereas in the case of the Series 9 this time around, it has been increased to almost 2 days, but it's not as good as the Apple Watch Ultra, which gives you almost 3 to 4 days of battery life, which is one of the bigger reasons that I was able to switch to Apple Watch. Another add-on this time around is the double tap gesture. Now this was available as an accessibility feature. It was a little difficult and cumbersome, and it was designed as an accessibility feature. So obviously it didn't have the finesse that the standard double tap now has. It's great if you want to answer a call and you have your other hand busy and you want to just take a call on the Apple Watch. You can also use it to start and stop timers. You can also play, pause music and do those kind of things. So all of those features are great. And while useful, I have not had to use them quite a lot. One feature that I really use, however, is the Find My iPhone. And this time around, now you can geolocate your phone. And on the flip side, you can also locate your watch. So if you're looking for the watch, in case you've left it somewhere and can't find it, you can use Find My Watch from the phone to find the watch, and on the flip side, you can find your phone and you can geolocate it like you could with AirTags and the new AirPods. If you're into fitness, the Apple Watch Ultra has a varied number of sports modes, and they allow you to track accurately whether you're cycling, running, or even working out in the gym. It also has things for mixed martial arts and other things that it may not measure accurately, but it'll give you an exercise timer for that. It also measures sleep really accurately, and I've been using it to monitor my sleep rhythm, and it does a fantastic job of delivering that information to you. And if you set up your health and sleep timers in this, it'll also gently wake you up with a slight vibration on your wrist, giving you a proper wake-up routine instead of being harshly woken up with a loud alarm. The new Apple Watches also contain Backtrack, which allows you to sort of, if you go on a trek, It allows you to backtrack your steps in case you get lost, which is a fantastic feature for those who like to go on hikes and don't like getting lost. The Apple Watch Ultra 2 is a minor revision to the Apple Watch Ultra 1, and if you did have the Ultra 1, I wouldn't say that the Ultra 2 is a big enough upgrade for you to consider upgrading. You do get a faster chip with the S9 and you do get a brighter display, which may be enough for some people, and you do have that ability to find your phone with location. So again, if those features are enough, then the Ultra 2 may be a substantial enough upgrade. But if you're holding on to the Ultra, I would say that you should wait for the third generation watch, which might bring you more features. If you're looking at the Series 9 as an upgrade from the Series 8, Series 7, or even prior watches, it's a no doubt a massive upgrade. With the S9 chip inside, you get really impressive performance from the watch. You also get impressive battery life this time around, and the brighter display, which is more stretched out, gives you a much better usage experience, especially outdoors in direct sunlight. So the Series 9 is a worthy upgrade even if you're coming from the Apple Watch Series 8, but if you're coming from the Apple Watch Ultra, the Ultra 2 may not be the biggest upgrade unless you're just looking for those three features. That's our quick review. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And if you like the video, smash like, hit subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.